Okay.
Alrighty. Hello.
Okay. 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 You're still there? All right. Awesome.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, yeah,
hello,
yeah.
hello, hello, everyone. I don't know who's watching right now, but anyway, this is how I start my lives. Today, I have my YouTube friend, Karen from YouTube Over 40. Um,
Morning.
so it's the first time I'm interviewing her. We're just gonna chat about different things, YouTube things, maybe digital products, maybe a little bit of Stan Store, and maybe just a general, general conversation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, we'll let it go smoothly. Nothing strictly planned. So let's have some fun. Kieran,
Yes. And hello, Paula. Paula's on.
well, how come I don't see
And
anything?
Susan.
I have to go in.
Uh,
Chats. Oh, I see two people, but I don't see who's there. Okay. Hi, ladies.
yes.
Paula, Susan. Nice to have you here with us. Okay. So, shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. First of all, we've had busy days so far. What's your day been like today? You said you haven't even had lunch and you're already like mid-afternoon.
Yes, yes. It's okay. I'm running on the smoothie for now. So, see how long I last.
That's good. That's
If I
good.
start
Yeah.
hallucinating, let me know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It'll be the blood sugar low.
Yes. So, Karen, you have some things going on for you lately. I haven't had a chance to look completely into it. I just took a quick look. Do you want to start off by telling us about your why? Why did you start YouTube? Let's start there.
Yeah, why did I start YouTube? So I've had I've started another small channel before this one that was about perfume. And then just because I live like at the bottom of the world, like we often get left off on some maps, that true story, in New Zealand. And so we like it's really, really hard to access perfumes and testers and things of kind of like the new stuff coming out. So while you don't need to have like all the new perfumes and things coming out, it is good to be able to access like the testers and just have a little bit more direct kind of from, yeah, just to be able to access that
Is it the
stuff and to be
same
able to
thing in
sort of bring
Australia?
that.
Is it the same thing in
Yes,
Australia?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So if
oh,
you're in Europe or the USA, then you're sort of like when stuff comes out, it's like hitting the shops. And so I really, really loved it. And I practiced. Like making videos and the craft of learning to make videos on that channel. But I decided that my real kind of thing that I really, really wanted to do was just talk about YouTube and just like encourage, over 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all of us, like just to get onto YouTube if you want to. Hello, Sparse Wife.
so you changed niches, or is this a new channel right now?
It's a new channel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I stopped that one like last year and then just
Okay,
started this one and mainly started posting this year.
awesome, good. And how is do you feel yourself? Have you found yourself with this new niche?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Because I am like an ex-school teacher and I have been a teacher of English as another language before overseas in New Caledonia. And also, I'm trained as a life coach. I actually was the first franchisee for the Mars Venus coaching. Do you remember John Gray from Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? Do you
Yes,
remember that book? Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. So when he first started a life coaching franchise, I was the first franchisee in New Zealand. So
Wow.
I did that for a little while. So yeah, I got quite a lot of life coaching training then. And so I
Oh,
guess it's probably just part of who I am and what I like to do is just to sort of like maybe encourage people and support people. And ultimately, I want to coach people.
so I was going to ask you about your short-term goals. What do you see? What kind of short-term vision? Because I don't believe in like 2 years and 5 year visions. I mean, I like the
Yeah.
short-term visions. What do you have that? So you plan your next step is going to be maybe coaching sometime soon, or
Yeah. So I'm sort of like, that's probably like my 10th priority, really, like trying to sort of get into that. In all honesty, I think that the coaching piece is probably like, I think when I get, more subscribers and I have more practice and get more I don't know, better at the craft of making videos and growing a channel. I think that is when people look to get some coaching. But I think the main thing at the moment that I'm looking at doing coaching in is just some really simple video editing, because a lot of people our age, if you haven't had to edit videos before and you're new to it, a lot of people want to be able to do at the very least some basic, simple editing. So short-term goals is just really getting to know my community, and I'm really all about having deeper connections rather than growing fast and trying to do things to get cheap subscribers and cheap views and everything like that. Like, I'm not going to go out there and do desperate things on lives just to try and, grow my watch hours or anything like that, sort of artificially. Like, I'd rather just put out the best quality I can, have fun with it, and yeah, just really grow deeper connections with, people like you and our other friends that we talk quite a lot. And yeah, we've got Peter here as well. Hi,
Hey,
Nicola.
Peter. Yeah,
So
I mean,
Paula,
that's,
and Mrs. Paula, she's saying hello from her. Mrs. Paula does Bible study. So she's Mrs.
oh,
Paula does retirement, as we know, but she's
yes,
got a second channel now. But I'm not
I
quite sure, Paula, have
know.
you
Miss
put
Paula, did you post anything on that channel? Because I subscribed, but I don't think I got any notifications yet. Because I would be watching this every time you post. That's something that I'm passionate about.
great. So can you see the comments? Can you see the
Uh,
comments now, Christy?
what,
So I've actually gone and put them on stage. So can you see them rolling up now?
I do not. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I have to click on comments. Okay, hold on.
Yes. Have a little look. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now I see them.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. All
Okay.
right. So yeah, we've got Susan, Paula, spouse wife. Can you remind me, is your name Kim? Please forgive me if I've got that wrong. Trying to remember. So yeah, what about you? What are your short-term goals?
Um, I have my I'm like on a 30-day challenge right now, so it's gonna end soon in a couple of weeks, and I have something planned for that, not down to the T, but I have an idea of what I want to do to kind of step into the next stage. I'm gonna be starting with clarity calls, and
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Because
What?
that's a great way to give back and to grow ourselves as well through clarity calls. I've had that on my mind for a while, but I didn't think it would be a good time. Like you were saying, and then I was listening and watching all kinds of videos, not from gurus, more in the digital marketing world, talking about you can't wait till you have 500 subscribers.
No,
Don't wait till you have 1,000. Don't wait. Like, concentrate on your community and start there and grow little by little. And I think that's very good advice, because we're going to keep waiting. When is it enough? Like, is there a cap? Like, who says at 200 subscribers it's okay? Who said at 500 it's okay? And if you don't have
totally.
the right audience, who says at 2,000 you're okay?
Yeah,
So, you know, um, so you started lately creating your digital products, right? I saw you have two things. You did talk at some point about like an Adobe or maybe editing tutorial, or maybe not even tutorial.
yes.
Like you said, coaching.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't see
yeah.
that on your stand store. Is it out?
Yes. So that's a paid coaching offering. So
Yeah.
that is like simple editing. I will teach you, like, it's like a 5 hours. I'm going to, record the videos. The person can have the videos to watch afterwards. So it's a money back guarantee as well. Yeah. So
But
I
it's
think
not
that
on
that
your
is
stand store.
it is on the stand store. It is. Yep. If you sort of
Um,
scroll up, I think I've got the free stuff first, and then I've
yeah.
got a little ebook, and then I've got learn coaching with
Oh,
learn editing with me.
I didn't see that one. My
Yeah, no, that's
bad.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. And then in the community, I'm always going to have different
Yes.
things in there. So I've got, yeah, yeah,
Yes. That is, you know what? I wasn't even aware that they have a community option in stand up. When I think community, I think either like YouTube membership or school, like that's I didn't wasn't even aware of the stand community.
yes. Hey, but do you want me to tell you something? I've been ruffling some feathers over at the Stand Contact Centre. Do you know why?
Mhm.
Because they are advertising two features that they do not have in the $29 creator plan. So I've literally gone and asked them, and they've literally gone and said, yep, we don't have those.
You're talking about the
But
email marketing?
No, so yeah, I'm talking about the social media templates. They
Uh,
don't have any social media templates,
mhm.
and they've also got email lists forward slash newsletter builder, and there is no newsletter builder functionality. And so they're both like they've literally just admitted it and said, okay, yep, we're going to definitely pass that on to our developers because we can see that they'll be useful things, but yeah, we don't have them. So we'll let them know that we're currently advertising that. So that's interesting.
Because they do have competitors, like they're not the only ones. I've
Yeah,
already
yeah, yeah.
done a video on Stan Store because I think it's very user friendly and it's aesthetically nice and it's like very popular, right? It's been at least a couple of years. But I'm gonna do another video soon on another free option that, because Stan comes with a 14 or at some point a 30-day challenge, or I mean a
Yeah.
free trial, but I'm coming up with something soon, a tutorial on how to do something else for free. And what I love about that other app is that it gives you email marketing for free in the free package. So,
Oh,
and
so who's doing that? Who did you say is giving email marketing?
I'm creating a
Ah,
video tutorial on that as another option because I've done one on Stan Store, but
yes.
I like to show options, for those that don't want to necessarily pay the $30
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
good thing to have. I might convert it to
yeah,
that too. I'm not sure yet, but
yeah.
because I like it because it's also including the email marketing. With Stan Store, you
Mm,
gotta pay the $100 for the email marketing.
yeah.
So if you're trying to build like your business, you need the email marketing. There's another free platform for email marketing, but I don't know if you know it, System.io. Have you worked with
What is
that?
it called? What is it called?
System.io.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
But it's
Yeah.
too many things. I learned it and I did it and I did a few funnels there, but it allows you to only have like one product for free, and then the emails. Anyway, I wasn't crazy about it. It's just a lot more, not as user friendly. That's why I don't plan on like even mentioning it so much in my content. Um, the beacons.a is supposed to be very easy. Like I took a look at it quickly, so it seems very easy as well, just like Stan Store. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be checking that out.
And Marvarine, she uses Substack
I haven't for email,
for email. Yeah,
just for
yeah, just
email.
for email. Yeah, yeah,
I
just for
like to
email. Yeah.
have like more than one
I
thing in
agree.
one
I
platform.
agree. Who
Yeah,
Because that's the whole reason why we're playing with Stan Store, right?
yeah,
Because we thought everything's in there, and I guess they've got most things in there. It's pretty
yeah,
good. It's pretty good. But yeah,
yeah.
not the only one.
Yes.
Not the only one.
Well, no, exactly. See, it's
Yeah.
good to have options and to, if you're teaching this type of stuff, I feel like it's important to teach other things, not just something that is gonna directly necessarily benefit you. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. I love the digital world, like in terms of digital products and stuff. And there's so many different things in the digital product. It could be stickers. It could be like so many different things. The sky is the limit. So, oops,
Do you know
sorry.
what? Do you know what? First of all, there's some great chat going on in here. Um, Nicola's asking Paula about her second channel. Nicola has a second channel. Oh, Nicola. Oh, yes, Paula's got the second channel, of course. Yeah. Peter's saying he's been trying to wait for the right time. Just need to practice what I preach. Peter, did you do any new upload? Not yet. I need to give myself a kick. Peter, it's been 2 weeks. Man, since my last, nothing but procrastination. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Just waiting for Krista to come back. So Paula, have you posted anything yet? Just catching up on the chat. I'm disgusted with myself. You should be. I know. Do you know what, Peter? You do. You've been consistent. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Nicola, she's doing that good grind. Peter, take a leaf from Nicola's book. Yeah. So, Paula, Paula, we've got a question for you, Paula. When are you going to start posting content on your channel, on your new one? Okay, wait, we're waiting for Christy. Okay, at the stage.
I don't know how I was gone.
Sorry, girl. I'm so sorry. On my phone, I couldn't see that you'd come back in. So just please do bear with us. How do I get your
You,
other one? Oh, there you go. There we go. We're just back. We're back normal. We're back normal. Okay. Now I know that if any of us pop away, we need to pop us back on. Right. So Peter is telling us that he has not posted in 2 weeks.
oh,
He's been
posted.
procrastinating and too much content consumption, Peter. That's
Exactly.
right.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I have to say something from my own experience. You know, before with my previous niche about the confidence and all that, and I loved it, the motivational. But I got to a point where I felt that's it. I was feeling drained. I was feeling like I told you, Karen, before,
Mm,
dry. So
mm.
every time I had to create a video or like do my research, I was panicking. I hated it because I couldn't find anything that was good enough. Because you
Yeah.
wanna do create videos that people want to watch, right? Or else like what's
That's
the point?
right.
I
That's
personally am not
totally
doing this
right.
for myself, you know? So that's exactly why I switched. So sometimes, like they say, you could pick a niche, but then you'll find yourself later on. You'll find your voice on YouTube. So Peter, think about that. Maybe at this point your voice is elsewhere. Like you still have to find it. I don't know. Try something else maybe. That's what I did. That's why I was feeling like it was becoming like a jail. I hated it at the end. So
Yeah. Do you
yeah,
know what, too? I've heard Sean Cannell say,
yeah,
you've got to pick something that you can make the same kind of video over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Keep talking about it with just that slight turn all the time. And I
yeah,
think, like, Think Media, they seem to make the same 5 to 10 videos, really, right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. They're constantly making this is the new hottest thing right now in 2025, but they're kind of, I don't know, like they literally are just doing the same 5 topics all the time. But that's fine because they've got great information. But I see what he means that yeah, you need to be able
It's
to just
because
keep
when you
on.
have, even when you're within a niche, even if you like it, you generally want to do like what they call the three pillars, three different pillars, like teach, um, promote if you have a business, entertain or something. I correct me if I'm wrong, but something
Ah,
like that.
yeah,
Three different
yeah,
pillars that
yeah.
like something searchable, something that's out there, like in browsing. I forgot the technicalities, honestly, but like the three pillars. So yes, you do take one topic and you discuss it from different angles. If you have a business, it makes it easier because then you're more focused on your business. As
Yeah,
opposed, if you're just out there, it's a little harder. I find this is from my experience, but we're all different. And
yeah,
if you're doing it for fun, it's one thing. If you're doing it with the purpose of like making money, it's another thing, right?
yeah. Yeah, Nicola's asking how the office eggs are doing. Well, you know what, Nicola? I was only back at work one day after my course maybe I've been back at work 2 days after my course. But anyway, I have not gotten to peeling them before I leave home because I'm in too much of a rush. So I'm actually just going outside on the little picnic table and peeling them and just going like that kind of thing. So it's a bit gross, but I have not been peeling them in the office. And Peter's just saying he's been a little bit lazy. No real reasons for not uploading. You have everything you need. You do have everything you need. You've got everything you need.
Maybe it's lack of clarity.
Maybe it's like, but tell me about your clarity calls, Christy. Like, what is a clarity call? Because I've seen a few people talk about them.
I know because I've had 3 or 4 clarity calls in the past few months. It's
Yeah,
usually when you have some sort of a business or some sort of a digital product or a niche that you want to make money on, uh, you are going to talk about it, promote it in your videos, but you're going to provide helpful content, right? The clarity call is if people are interested in learning from you something, generally what you're offering. Uh, they want to see if you're the right person for their coaching, let's say, or for their program. So they ask you for a free call, which they call, a lot of them, clarity call, because they don't want to call it a
Mm-hmm.
sales call, to see, but essentially it's to see if you're a fit. Let's say in your case, you want to offer coaching, YouTube coaching for beginners, let's say.
Mm.
So you offer a clarity call. You sit in here and talking about your program or your course or your coaching, whatever, and you tell them, if you're interested, just schedule a call with me. We're gonna have a clarity call. It's really not a sales pitch, just to see if we're a good fit. Now,
Yeah.
so let's say someone is gonna call you, and on the call they're gonna say, of course, you're gonna have like some sort of questions to ask the person for the screening process. They're gonna say, I want you to get me viral within a month or two. Obviously, no one can guarantee that. So there's your chance to tell them, I'm sorry, it doesn't work like this. We're not a good match. I'm just giving you a very like superficial example.
Yeah.
It's all about telling the customer or the potential client what you have to offer, how can you help them, and trying to match it with their expectations. If they don't have your
Mm.
expectations, ideally, you don't want to work with that person.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
also you could give the person like little tips here and there about like to give them a little bit more direction on their content. It depends. Like if I were to make a clarity call at this point, I was thinking of doing it directly offering it free, linked to a product I'm going to offer. So to help them out, maybe a deeper insight, if you want, about my product that I would offer if they buy it.
Yeah.
There, I said too much, but something to
No.
that extent.
Yeah. No, good.
So it depends. I mean, it depends on what you're offering. It depends on what ultimately you want. But generally, that's what clarity calls are for.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've literally just only recently heard that term being used
Oh,
quite a bit. I think to grow with Brie, I think she might have mentioned that she is doing that on a live a couple of
I
weeks
think on
ago.
the live, yeah, she mentioned she's
Mm.
doing that or she's about to do that. I don't recall.
Yeah.
But I was always curious about them because I've been hearing about them too. But I went on clarity calls because I was interested in the product that people in their programs, in their coaching programs. That's why I went. I wasn't just trying to waste their time, or, uh, so you see, they're generally trying to see if you're a good match, and they're generally telling you more about their services, how they can help you, what you expect from them, and maybe just give you a tip or two along the way.
Yeah.
Again, it depends if you want your clarity call to be just a sales call in a sense without being salesy, or if you're actually, it's a service that you're offering because someone is purchasing something from you.
Yeah.
Like some people also offer, if you buy my product for this price, or whatever, right now, I'll offer you an audit. In your case, if you offer an audit on someone's channel. Like obviously it's not going to be in depth, but like a general audit as a free gift for me because you purchased my product.
Yeah.
It's like just another lead magnet if you want, in a sense.
Yes. Hey, I downloaded your checklist.
Yes, I saw that.
Love it. And I think one of the things that really there was something that I wasn't quite sure what it was, so I wanted to ask you about that. But I loved the idea of make a video around one of your digital products. Like, like even though we
Absolutely.
can get the idea about a digital product from the style of videos that we've been doing, the fact of the matter is actually that's a focus subject. But the thing that I wanted to
Of
ask you
course.
about is you said make a promo like at the beginning of a video or add a promo piece to one of your videos or something like that.
Yes. Basically, because you launched your product today. So you don't want to like miss a chance in case someone watches some of your older videos that are relatable to that product. You can't go and put a product about YouTube growth if you had older videos talking about perfumes, example. So in my case, it's not very, I can't put it on my older videos when I was doing motivational and stuff like that, but I could put it on my, because right now the series that I'm doing, they're all related, how basically teaching someone how to create their digital product, how to pick the idea, and ultimately, because it's not enough to create it, you want to sell it, right? You want to
Yeah.
sell it, you have to have eyeballs on it. So what I want to do is I want to teach. And by teaching, I want to be solving one problem. It's the idea of creating your digital products, but it would be unfinished if you don't talk about promotion, how to promote it and how to sell it. That's why I have a video on how to create on Canva, a video on how to create your Stan Store and how to put it on Stan Store, get your link and then put it on your attitude video. So you can go in your older videos once you have your product and just add like 5 minutes or 1 minute in the middle, because on YouTube Studio, you could add or clip parts of your
Yes,
video.
I haven't done that. I have not done that yet.
I haven't
Yeah.
neither, but it's just an idea that occurred to me. I know people do that. I see a lot of YouTube videos where halfway through or after 10 minutes they stop and they've inserted their promo, their program, or their whatever it is they're offering. So people do that. But I personally am not there yet. But do you get
Okay.
you get the idea? So it would be like a standard thing. You film it once, 1 minute, 20 seconds, whatever you choose, depends, right? And
Yeah.
then you insert it on whichever videos that you've done that you think are relevant.
Amazing, amazing.
Sure.
And we've got Mr. Rob the Maritimer on.
What?
Hello, Rob.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Seriously,
Yes.
hi, Rob?
Yes, your neighbor.
Oh,
I
wow,
say that.
my
Yeah,
far neighbor.
yeah. I say that like he's just like 5 kilometers down the road.
So far from me, but yes, fellow Canadian. Wow.
Yes,
Nice to-
I've just watched Rob's like walking talking one about like your friends, like if your friends like don't
Yes.
support you and everything like that.
I saw
Yeah.
that, yeah.
But also I have to say I was really intrigued when Rob said that people get really some people in the comments get really angry that their friends and family aren't supporting them and watching their videos and things. And yeah, that's interesting. I don't hassle up anyone to watch any of my videos. I
No,
literally don't even want them to, because I don't want them to feel compelled that they need to tell me about a video. Like, just do not go into my videos and watch 30 seconds, like, and then ditch out,
you
right?
know what's
Like, there's
funny?
enough of that. There's enough of that going on that I don't need my friends and family, like, trying to make an effort that's only just going to like hurt the channel a little bit, like,
Exactly.
I don't need that.
With my channel previously, a couple of years ago, I was posting faceless, and at the time, little naive me, I had asked my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, and a couple of people to follow me or to subscribe on that channel. Now they're still subscribed, but I asked my sister-in-law to unsubscribe, and I asked my mom to unsubscribe, but she doesn't want.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I won't be 100% myself if I know someone from my real life is watching me.
Yeah, I know. Awkward. That's what I say.
I don't like it.
Right? Yeah. We'll take our chances with strangers,
Yes.
aka people who like friends we just haven't met yet. Yeah, friends we just haven't met yet. Yeah.
True.
But also, I thought, Rob, your video idea of answering the 100 questions or 100+ questions from your lives, that would have been like quite mammoth, like going back on your hours, like, some of your lives are sort of up around the 3-hour mark. But amazing idea to do that, because they're all
I love
there.
his lives
That's
too.
that's your 100 videos there, my friend. Right? Yeah.
And he gets a lot of people on his lives, so it
Lots.
helps.
Yeah.
He
I know.
surely he doesn't have. He's answered my questions a few times here and there.
Yeah.
With his life.
And you know what? A lot of business savvy people too, because I tell you what, like lots of networking going on, right? In the lives, like a big live, like Rob's. And the other interesting thing too is I saw a comment on Sally's life. I think it was Sally's reality. I saw a comment where someone said something like, I really hate the way people natter to each other and talk in the comments. Aren't they just supposed to be talking to the people on the live? Which I thought, that's interesting. I've never seen that before, because I thought, actually, that's the whole fun of it. The whole fun of it is that everyone's just hanging out. I really like that. Like, yeah, I think that's quite
But
magical. But I thought it was interesting that someone actually decided they didn't like it.
you know
Because
what? You can't please everyone.
you cannot please everybody.
everyone.
You
No.
cannot.
No.
No.
I think
No.
it's not streaming on my channel. Anyway, I don't know. I messed it up. not streaming on my channel, but that's okay. So yes, in lives, I heard someone once tell me that live they got a lot of subscribers by just attending lives and actually mingling with the people in the in the chat.
Mm,
Mm. But the
yeah.
danger with that is that I feel like if you have a niche, you don't want to just get, you know, random people. You want to try to get more people that are interested in your niche. But there's a thin line, I find. It all depends on what you want, just like subscribers or, you know, because I don't know if you watch, I'm sure you watch those digital product channels, Karen. That talk about like you don't need a lot of subscribers, you don't even need a lot of views on your videos uh,
Yeah.
to actually make sales.
Yeah.
So you want to
Yeah.
be like, you want to zoom in on your target audience as much as possible. Speaking
Mm,
of which,
mm.
who's your target audience?
Target audience. I'll just quickly mention Rob's comment here. He was saying, no, 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 like about that person saying, like, about people nattering. I love it when people are chatting amongst themselves since I'm not able to answer everyone's questions myself. So it's all good. Yeah, totally. It's community building. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
And
The whole thing
yeah,
of lives is to connect with the community, with the people.
yeah, totally. And yeah, and Nicola saying that she never misses Rob. No, Nicola never misses Rob's lives. And Peter's just saying, never try to please everyone. Do what makes you happy, and the right people will find you and enjoy your content. I've never been a people person. I'm not a performing monkey. No, you're not. You're not a performing monkey. No. But you do need to get back on and make some content, Peter.
Yes, Peter. Yes, absolutely. And you know
Yes, we're
what?
giving you a little jab. We're giving you a little poke.
You can never please anyone, no matter what you do.
No, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Hey, do you know something really funny too? My brother was asking me the other night, are you still doing your perfume? And I said, well, no, not really. And he goes, what are you doing now? And I said, well, I'm doing YouTube over 40. He goes, you're over 50. I mean, that's your lovely family for you. I said, yes, I am. I'd forgotten about that. But now that you remind me, yes, it's for over. I said, over 40 is just kind of like a bit of a YouTube lexicon. It's just like a YouTube over 40. It's just like the name of a niche. But it's over 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right?
Sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, the sky's the limit. Yeah. What about Rob? Like, how many subs are you on now, Rob? Like, Rob, how many subs do you go up? Reva, I think, did Reva say she goes up a couple of hundred a day or something like that?
Oh,
How many do
seriously?
you? Oh, she goes like, well, she had her a couple of weeks ago. She was on a live with me, and then I
Yeah.
think she's on like 29.1K. But I think like a week or two later, she'd hit her 30. But I don't know. What are you on, Rob, now? Because a couple of weeks
Probably
ago, Rob
in the
was he
60s.
almost at 70, I think. But
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure he's over 70 now. But how many do you go up roughly every week-ish, Rob? Ah,
one.
Dawn. Hello, Dawn. What women with a pause? Dawn, what was your channel called? Can you remind us? Because you will know Dawn, probably Christy.
I
But
don't.
then Dawn stopped posting for a little while, and now she's
I'm not.
back with a new channel name.
Oh, I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar.
No, but you'd recognize her if you saw her. But
Huh.
she has just been on this amazing live with Jace and Vicky and a few other people. Who were you on a live with? Is it Betty? A few other people. Jace held this quite big live that wasn't a live, sorry, it was a pre-recorded video, but she just had a big conversation about the soft life. So
Oh, like a
I
podcast
found that
style?
I found yeah. Sorry, Christy.
Okay. Uh,
Mm. There we go. Rob's at almost 72 now. Very
uh,
grateful and humbled. Yeah, yeah. That is so good.
it,
Yeah.
it's good to
What do
know
you,
that
I don't want
somebody,
to jinx you, but that's looking like 100K before Christmas time easily. But yeah, amazing. All that hard work, Rob.
yes, it pays off.
Ongoing hard work. Yeah, yeah. Susan's saying I feel like YouTube has a speed governor on my subs. I can only go up 4 or 5 at a time and it stops. Do you know what? I think I go up one sub every couple of days. I'm probably same as you, Susan.
I find that I go up after I post and then it dies for a
So you
few
go
days.
up a little bit and then it just sits there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until I post again, it could happen again.
yeah.
But I'm sure
Have to
YouTube
feed.
is.
We're feeding the YouTube. Just having fun. That's right. My best advice, doing YouTube. Do you know what? Totally right. That's why I like posted a video about eating eggs on a park bench a couple of days ago. It wasn't quite as short, it was just over a short, and I thought I'll stuff it, I'll just post it as a
What was
short
it again?
long. Yeah.
What was
Oh,
it?
I was like, I think I called the video, "Would you eat boiled eggs in the office?"
Oh,
Because
I
I've
didn't
been
even see
getting,
that.
well, no, that's fine. We can't see all of each other's videos,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but I've been getting a bit of stick about eating boiled eggs in the office, and it's a little bit smelly.
Are they peeled
And
already?
no, they're not, because Nicola, I literally am Pigpen from the Peanuts gang. Like, I'm a little bit messy, so I'll sometimes just like peel my eggs at my desk and stuff like that. So Nicola pointed out it's the eggshells that smell, but once you get rid of the eggshells, so yeah, now I've been like taking them outside on the park bench outside my shared office space. But you know, and my thumbnail was literally because I just did it on iMovie. I just took a photo of my eggs on the park bench. And so it's just fun to experiment and do different things.
Yeah, oh, I
Ah,
would.
Silver Shift. Your Silver Shift. That's right, Dawn. Yes, yes, yes.
Silver Shift?
Yes, you Women with a pause. So Dawn, she was your Silver Shift, was her
Oh,
channel. Yeah. Susan saying,
yeah,
have fun and it'll happen. Wow. Yeah, so Nicola, that's right, 20 subs a day average.
that's
That's
good.
big growth. Yeah, Nicola's grown fast, but you've got a good
What?
product, Nicola.
What's his niche?
Nicola's niche.
Yeah,
What's Nicola's niche?
yeah.
She does cooking. She does cooking. She's a chef and she does
Oh,
cooking, but what she seems to do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Nicola, but she takes like really quite amazing sounding meals and recipes, but she gives them to you in a really achievable way. So they're things that you can easily just go out and get, or you've got most of them, and you'll just keep on using it. Like, it's just all really accessible cooking kind of thing. Like,
oh,
gets you
really?
excited. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting. You have to love cooking. Not for
Oh,
me.
not a chef, but are you a cook, Nicola? Because you've done that as a job and you've done it, or you've owned your business or something. Okay, Rob, I love how many live streams you're doing, Karen, and that you always have guests on. You're building a great community here. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, the live streams are really, really fun, Rob. Honestly, really, I just love them. And yeah, that's why I just always do them with people because I think, well,
Makes
that's
it
seen
easy.
enough of me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to do any on my own at this stage. But yeah, it's really, really fun. And I decided to do them because I used to sit around and think I'd love to be invited to a live. How many subs do I have to get to, maybe catch the eye of someone to invite me to a live, because I had no idea how to do a live. And then one day, just all the girls and I were talking, talking, talking. I remember thinking maybe I'll just go and find out how we do it and just be bolshy, just start running some lives, like no one cares. Like, let's just do our own party. So that's how we started doing this.
And you know what's funny is that once you started to break that ice, that blockage, it gets easier. Because to me, that was a big deal to go live on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. And you came on, was it your first one? No, or had you done a live on your
I
own?
I had done
And
one
then
on
you
my
came on
own.
to our one? You
Yes.
had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone was chatty, 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 right?
Uh,
The
uh,
day that you came on.
what with you guys?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't
They were,
chatty at all. It
no,
was in the,
everyone
oh,
else was
everyone,
chatty,
yes.
chatty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I don't do well in
yeah.
groups. I don't do well in groups.
No, yeah.
Yes, I disappear in a group.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is I think that not only for introverts, but I think just the actual medium. because there's a tiny delay between like what we hear in
Yes.
our microphones and like in our headphones. And so
Yes.
that when you think that there's a gap,
Mm.
there may not be a gap. So especially if you're extroverted and you're keen to jump in and say something, you know, people can just excitedly slightly jump in a little bit too much. But I think people forgive that because I think this medium, just creates that situation slightly that unless you want to stop and then you count 1,000, 2, 1,000. Oh yes, we do have a quiet bit. So it's just all a little bit chaotic, but fun, chaotic.
Yeah, that's okay. We all have like our strengths and weaknesses, so it's all good. There's something for everyone out there, even on YouTube.
There is, there is. Yeah, people are doing funky things on YouTube. Okay, Nicola said my business was in the fitness and events, Karen, until the pandemic. Oh, interesting. Right, I just assumed it was in cooking. Nicola is clarifying that she's a home cook. Wow. Yeah, all fresh things for Nicola and her herb garden, Susan's saying. Oh, hey, Nicole.
I'm afraid to go
Yeah,
in the
and Rob is
comments.
saying Rob is saying 100%, Christy, like just what you've been saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
thank
afraid
you,
to go
Dawn.
check the comments because last time I did this, I got kicked out of the live. So-
Yeah, can you see them in the corner?
No, I don't know. My screen is all different now. I don't see anything except
Mm.
for you and I. Anyway, I'll depend on you. Sorry if I can't
Yeah,
respond to
depend on
comments.
me. Yeah, 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 yeah,
But I
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
I'll just do the little thingy, the little Yeah. You know what? I will be Joe Rogan's guy. What does he call that guy? Is it Justin or somebody? Where he just goes, "Okay, Justin, look that up." And Justin just pitches in every now and then.
Yes, he's in the background.
Hey, so what is your new digital product that you are making? First of all, how's your challenge going? How's it going? And I still, do you know what? I hope you don't mind me saying on the live, but I don't know if it's because I'm from New Zealand, I'm using New Zealand credit cards, but I could not get the purchase through. Remember I told you I tried with my debit
Yeah. I
card
don't.
and then I tried with my MasterCard because I tell you, I actually took a screenshot. So I'm just letting you know in case anyone else has mentioned it to you
But you
because you
guys
don't.
have Stripe, right?
I do, because guess what it says to me? When I go to pop, first of all, it goes, "Do you want to use your saved information?" And I normally just think, "Oh, I don't know which card I've used," but I just always go fresh and I put it in. But it says, I don't know, like I took some screenshots. That account is not connected, that number is not connected. Then I tried to revert and use to the saved, like from my Stan store that I've obviously got my credit card in there or something. This account is not connected. I put my phone number in to get
That
the
your
code.
account is not connected?
I took some screenshots. I literally,
Okay.
with my debit card and my MasterCard, because my debit card does allow me to buy online because it's got the
Oh,
chip
okay.
or whatever. But
Okay.
both of those would not allow me to buy your digital product.
I don't know. I won my challenge already. I made my first dollar on YouTube without monetization.
Yeah.
My first client was my husband, but that doesn't count because I asked him to do that. My first real
Yeah.
client was actually Peter, and I have 4 sales in total at this point. So
That's
I made four
great.
bucks.
Okay. 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 So
Minus,
that's good. So
yeah.
that's good. That's something weird. Like I don't know why my numbers, I just, yeah, can't go in. But do you know what? Maybe I need to email Stan Store because they've got lots of enthusiastic people there.
That's
Uh
great.
they do, they do. They're super enthusiastic. They're jumping out of your skin enthusiastic.
So
You
I
can't
won
see
the
them.
challenge and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yay.
Good. So is your 30 days finished? Are you up?
No,
Is your 30 days up? Not
no,
yet.
not yet. I have to check. I probably have a week and a half or 2 max left. So I still have some time.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have to check the dates. Yeah.
I will
But
email
it's nice. You
Stan
know
about
what?
that.
What I liked about this is it was my push, my motivation, it was what gave me the courage to actually start.
Yeah,
Because it somehow
yeah, yeah,
puts
yeah.
less pressure on you and it's a nice way to introduce your new niche, for me at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. You know what? We just have to pull the trigger and do stuff. Hey.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, I mean, Peter told me he loved it. He thought it was very helpful and whatnot. But the thing is that sometimes your first products, you could just scrap it because it's your first product, so you don't know enough. Maybe you'll delete it and create a whole new product that has nothing to do with it. Maybe you could take it and just reform it or give it even more value, so you could actually sell it for a little more. Maybe you could just convert it to free, to like a lead magnet. There's so many things you can go with that.
Yeah.
So, but it's a start, and like if you don't start somewhere, you're not going to have the chance to mess up, and then you're not going to have the chance to learn from your mistakes, or even like see what works and what not. Because honestly, I have to say, I did not really do research on what is actually wanted or what people might potentially be looking for when I created my product. I created it out of my own pain, which was I've been wanting to create a digital product for the last year and a half or two, but I'm always stuck and scared. Like, what do I create it on? How do I make sure that it's good enough? How do I make sure it's valuable? Stuff like that, right? But I'm not good enough. I don't know. I don't have enough information or whatever. Like, I'm no guru. So when I got over that, I said, I don't care. I'm going to create it. I'm going to do the challenge. And you know what? If it's bad, people are going to forget. You know, it's not like I have a million followers or subscribers. So if it's bad, I'll do another one. It's no big deal. But if you don't do, you're not going to learn in advance.
That's right. Yep. Test the market. You just have to. Yeah.
Exactly. And what I love is that, you know, when I first started in this, I was because I was on social media, like Instagram, TikTok, and over there, everyone is like advertising or promoting products as work 1 hour, 2 hours a day. I know I talk a lot about this, but it's I think I like to raise awareness on that. You know, it's so easy. Buy my course and you'll make thousands and whatever, right? And it's so frustrating and unrealistic. I don't want to go out and say lie, but you know, because you get in the mindset of instant gratification. And then when you don't get the results that they promise you or that they promote, then you're going to jump to something else. Maybe this course is going to help me. Maybe that product is going to help me. And it becomes crazy, because then you're not concentrated on one thing in particular and then learning from your mistakes, and therefore you never advance. You'll gather a lot of information, but there are some things that you can only learn with doing, right?
That's exactly right.
So
and you know what else too?
Yeah.
I know. And you know what? And literally, like I posted a video like just, I don't know, a few hours ago, but I literally say, if you've been thinking about starting YouTube for more than 6 months, if you've been doing research about your niche for more than 6 months, like at this point, what new bit of information do you need to actually just start?
Nothing.
Right. That's it. I literally said, I put to you, like if you've been thinking about it for more than 6, because it is addictive. It's addictive. Like, you know, I see them too, that the titles, you know, they grab you, and like great thumbnails and everything. You think, oh, that's the video that I need before I start doing the thing. But you know what? All that, who even remembers all the videos you watch about all the how-tos to do YouTube, really? You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like TV. They say that when people stop watching TV, and if someone was to say to them, tell me about what you've just watched, they would probably struggle to like actually articulate what they've just watched. You know what I mean? Like,
we're oversaturated with information.
Yeah, over consuming, under content creating.
Yes, and everything. Actually, these days, everything. There's a lot of information everywhere, and I have tendency to like dig deep in research, and I don't know where to stop.
I know. I know.
And because then, like you just mentioned, you know, then you're gonna say, oh no, but maybe there's more. There's this one video I have to watch. Maybe they have something new to say. But after a while, you realize that it's all just more or less repetitive information, but maybe laid out differently. And you're not really learning anything anymore. And if you do, and you'll be surprised how much you learn just when you start applying that information. When
because
like Sean says, right? Punch fear in the face from what's it called?
Think Media.
Think Media, thank you. So you know, because once you do that, that's when for me, that's when the true learning starts.
It does. Do you know something I've really noticed? Do you notice that he keeps on saying, "Oh, that's why on the Think Media podcast, that's what we're doing here, and on last week's Think Media podcast, blah blah blah." And he keeps on saying it. I've really noticed he keeps on repeating Think Media podcast, and like sometimes in my mind, I just think Think Media podcast. Like I think that's because Sean says it a lot. That's just a little segue off to the side there, but I've noticed that he just keeps on repeating Think Media podcast.
Yes, because
Have
it's
you
a whole
noticed
other
that?
channel, right?
I know, but he just like really it's that sales thing, right? They're a big machine.
Leverage, right? He's
Yeah,
leveraging.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
and that's like in my last video, I was talking about promoting your own products in like a natural way as a part of the conversation, as using it as an example or using it to clarify or to explain or to demonstrate. It's not because you're just pitching, it's because you have something to talk about. I was talking to someone earlier this morning about like some device, and not this morning, actually, like an hour, 2 hours ago, about a device that for weight loss. So, because I'm very interested in aesthetics, and it's like an amazing device. Actually, it does a million things at the same time. Weight
So
loss.
what is the it's a weight loss device?
It's
Did you
a
say?
weight loss. It also tightens the skin. You can also use it like on the face for wrinkles. You can also use it to treat pain, muscular and injury, post injury pain, arthritis pain. Not heal, but to treat, right? And it's not a
Mm.
medical device. It's more of an aesthetic medical kind of thing. Field. So I was because I'm looking into that business model. So I was on a sales call or a clarity call
Okay.
just
Yeah.
2 hours ago before I joined, and he was talking about like how when you market something, it makes like all the difference. He got like all that. I'm talking about this to explain how using your own product or your own experience to demonstrate something. So he said the way he started with this is that after his wife had her second child, and she told him, I don't want to carry this extra weight anymore. So I want to do maybe pool sculpting or whatever after I give birth to my, second child. And he said they started researching to see what's out there on the market. They wanted like the most for your buck, right?
Yeah.
And the least side effects. And that's how they discovered this actual device. They purchased it, and his wife started using it, and she was losing weight. And then he said, "Let me use it too," and he was losing weight too. So they saw results. He said, we were so impressed and in love with it that after that they purchased another one and they started a business with that,
Okay.
using their own story, right? Their own results, because they've tasted it, they had it, they experienced it, and they show their own results. So he told me he started marketing his business, his device, maybe 2-3 weeks before he ever got it in hand, because he already had it and he experienced it. So that is how you use what you have or what you're promoting or what you want to sell, what you're offering as an example, but like very naturally. And when you like what you have, you're talking passionately about it without even trying to sell. Like you're actually believing that you're helping someone. Because I mean, out of your own experience, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I mean,
Okay.
that's how he started with that business. And then he told me he made $18,000 in the first month with that device.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Jennifer, introvert, Alaska, Jennifer,
Hey,
she's saying
Jennifer.
hello, hello. And she said, it sounds like we're talking about cosmetic procedures.
About what? I'm sorry, you cut.
Cosmetic procedures?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So are we talking about cosmetic procedures when you
I
said
mean,
skin
it's
tightening?
yes, but it's not like surgery or anything. It's just
Mm.
like it's actually a handheld device, and it sprays carbon dioxide on your on it's localized, right? It's targeted areas, so you're not like
Yep.
everywhere. I mean, you can pick what areas you want to treat. It's up to you, but it's like really you're spraying like this, so easy to perform to do,
Yep.
because I've been studying it for a couple of weeks. I'm really like fascinated with it. So
So are you thinking of potentially selling this?
yeah.
Selling, okay, being a sales agent for them.
Not a sales agent, start my own business with that on the side.
Oh, okay, got it, got it, got it. Yep, 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 yep.
But
Yeah, yeah.
all that to say is that when you've experienced something or when you have something that comes out of your pain or out of your own experience and you like it, you believe in it, you're not really selling. And it took me a long time to learn this
Yeah.
because I was always allergic to sales. I felt bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you believe in it and you touch the results, I mean, it's so easy because you're actually helping someone. You're not just trying to push something down the throat.
Yeah. Totally.
To me, these things are I'm passionate about, like beauty things, you know,
Yeah.
you know, face, body, whatever. I love these things. Not necessarily makeup, but like things that actually make you look younger. So especially,
Oh, definitely. Definitely here for that. Here for
yeah.
that. Yeah. Hey, so
So
do you think that you'll carry on with your stand store? Are you still in the trial period?
Uh, you know what? I have to check on that. Everything that's
Yeah.
going on in my mind, I keep
Yeah.
forgetting things. But I should be expiring. Because I don't know if I went through the 30-day or the 14 days.
Do
When
you
I
know? Yeah.
LinkedIn, it looked like a 30 days when I mean,
Hmm.
when I created my account. But I'll have to double check on that because I'm not like 100% sure. And I keep
Yeah. Yeah.
saying I
Yeah.
want to do it, but I didn't get there yet.
I think that they extended it. Like, I think that after 30 days, they said, actually, we're going on to July the 14th or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Jennifer's saying that she admires your entrepreneurial drive.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for attending.
And
I
hello,
told her
Ma.
early. Huh?
So we've got Ma channel watching from the Philippines.
Oh
Hey,
wow,
Ma.
nice, nice. Welcome.
So what next for you? What next for, I don't know, what video were you going to be recording today that you said you were hoping to have recorded today, but you haven't yet? What
No.
was the topic for that one?
It's I wanna teach about Beacons dot AI or Beacons AI, how to, as a replacement for Stanstore for those who don't wish to pay
Ah,
trial.
yeah,
And I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself too. Put my product there too, because it's a housing for your product as well, just like
yeah,
Stanstore. Only I find it offers better things in terms of the free plan, because you stay on the
nice.
free plan if you don't. I'm sure you have a certain number of subscribers or to your list that once you hit that, then you got to move on to the paid version. But at least for those who want to start a business with digital products and whatnot, and don't want to pay after 14 days, even if they love Stanstore, like I love Stanstore, but they can't afford it because they don't have income or they don't want to spend on that yet, that's an option. Plus, it comes with a free, marketing, email marketing, which is great because you want to collect emails.
Yeah, what is the name of that site,
Beacon,
platform?
Beacon dot or no dot, I don't know, AI.
Mm, okay,
Beacon AI, Beacon's AI.
right. Yeah, and they've got a free plan, have they?
Yes, they do have a free plan, like I said, where you can host your product and do some email marketing. Because in Stanstore, you are collecting emails, but you cannot do email marketing even on the $19, on the $29
No.
package, which I think is
Mm.
sad.
Well, do you know what? That is their newsletter builder, right? Like that was what they advertised.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're doing a newsletter, right?
I'm going to start a newsletter, yeah.
But not in Stanstore.
No, no, but I think you just download it as like a CSV file or something in Excel. Like you can just download all um the emails into another platform, I guess.
And your newsletter is going to be mostly centered around YouTube growth and stuff like that. Your news.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, like I'm gonna um offer value as opposed to it won't be like a sort of a bloggy style. You know how some people seem to have like a blog style newsletter, like how's my week gone? And it's been quite personal. So I think I'll literally just try and have something, and I might like do it fortnightly and just make it like try and have value, sort of evergreen, maybe a little bit trending, topical, but just try and have short and
Like
a bit
what
of value.
would be
Value.
you would be giving like tips of the week or titles of the week
Yeah,
or of the month or
Well, yeah, tips of the week, maybe like a
Updates.
slightly different angle about motivating people to either keep going or to start
So teaching slash
YouTube.
motivation.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, that's cool. That's nice.
yeah, yeah. But I do you know what though? But I have noticed, like I am signed up to, what do you think about this? Okay. This will be great. And for people in the comments, people watching, I'm really interested in your view as well. How often would you not mind receiving a newsletter? How often would it
For
not
me,
bother you? Like, is it weekly? Is it fortnightly? Is it daily? Is it every 2 days?
I definitely wouldn't like daily or every 2 days. For me, weekly, especially if it's a newsletter, is good. Because, and I have to unsubscribe of so many lists. At this point, I barely even check my email, to be honest, because I subscribe to so many. But, if it's, I'm going to say it as I see it, because that's who I am, transparency. If people, like a lot of people just get fluff in their emails, I've noticed, or it's just too repetitive. So when I get to that step, and that is something huge for me because I dread the email marketing part of this business. I don't like it, but I know it's necessary. But fluffy things, like always just those long ones that like you gotta scroll and scroll and scroll. Honestly, I don't read them. Even if they're valuable, unless they're giving true value that is unique to that person, that you're not going to read it in an email with only 5 or 10 lines, then maybe, but otherwise, to me, it's because you can't solve people's problems in your newsletter. This is just like a complimentary thing that people
Yeah,
choose because they like you, because they feel like they connect with you, right?
yeah,
To me, like that.
yeah.
Like, I am a video kind of person. I like that more than reading, but probably not everyone is like that. But it's just, it has to be more straight to the point and like cut the
Go to the
fluff.
point.
And I
Cut
don't
the
want to
fluff,
know
man.
something from A to Z that is not going to change anything in my life. If you can put it in
Yeah,
5 lines, please put it in 5 lines.
yeah.
But
Do you know
that's
what?
me.
I heard, yeah. I heard Christo. So first of all, we've got Jennifer saying weekly, and thank you for that lovely comment that you said too, Jennifer. He said weekly, Nicholas saying weekly, Peter saying
Yeah,
weekly.
exactly. Exactly.
Jennifer said, I even prefer a little video with a small amount of, I think she's got talk. Tony Robbins does that. Yeah. Yeah, a little wee video is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing too that I'm putting in my community sometimes, just like a 1 or 2 minute little video, just occasionally. I know it's like, you know, more content that people, have to sort of watch, but
It
people can
spices
pick
it
and choose
up.
if they want to press on it. But it's just a little quick little video that's just super raw, like in the community. But that's a really, really good tip too
Yeah, I think it
about
spices
having
it
a little
up.
video. Yeah, it does. It does. And you know what too? It's like when you have to carry on with your life while you are enjoying consuming some content. So when you're like the whole scroll thing, because they've all got the white gaps between the sentences, haven't they? Have you noticed that? That's why it's a scroll, Christy? You see
Yes.
they've got a sentence, a short sentence, a gap, a short sentence,
Yeah.
a gap. That's okay, but don't make
Yeah.
me do more than two scrolls, like, right?
And short,
But
I'm
if
all for shorts, compact,
yeah,
and gaps are
yeah,
good. They're easier. You
yeah,
don't have to
they're
make it
good, but you
dramatic.
don't but you don't want like a
Most of
thousand
the time,
words.
I have to be brutally honest, but most of the times, at least half, if not more, of the actual email or newsletter, I'm sorry, for me, is fluff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
me, okay? That's me.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe because I've
Do you
heard
know
it
what?
all before, maybe because I've seen it a lot before, maybe because I've been around for a while. I don't know, but you know.
Yeah. You know what? There is a lot of fluff. The really the big YouTubers like Colin and Samir, they've always got gold in their one. Like I love theirs. What do they call theirs? Creator something, Creator Insider or something. But they've always got something quite original, some quite good gems. So some of the really big ones have got some really good stuff.
That's
Like
because they
I'm
have
sort of
teams writing their emails for them or their
they
newsletter.
they they do, but I think there's
Yeah,
something for us to learn from that. The
absolutely.
other thing too, that Chris Do, do you watch The Future? That guy Chris Do, he's the guy that wears the cool glasses. He's like a designer. and he's got like a
No,
baseball cap. He's got like 1.4 million. It's called The Future. I'll pop it in here
the
just in
future.
case anyone wants to go there. I think this is how you spell it. I think he's like called The Future, something like that. But he's Christo. If you start looking him up, but he's quite incredible. He talks a lot about personal branding. And I think the thing I heard from him the other day, he
Oh,
said,
I know him. I know him.
you
Yes.
do, we all know him. We all know him. We've all seen
I've
him
seen him
exactly.
with Omar. You know who is Omar
That's it. Yeah, he's
Mejia?
big guy. Big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um,
He
he
talks a
was
lot
saying,
about
and
branding.
branding, and I watched his storytelling one the other day. He said, you know, get good, at telling stories, like addictive storytelling. But I just loved the way he described, like, get straight, like, cut to the car chase, cut to
Yeah.
the chase, cut to the
Yeah.
car chase. And then he talked about, like, when you go to the movies and you go to a James Bond film, how does a James Bond film start?
Starts with suspense.
Yeah,
Action.
so what literally, if you're at a James Bond film, like what do you see straight away when the movie starts rolling?
Yeah, it's gonna be emotional or curiosity hook, right? Mostly.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah. He's like
face
skiing down a,
value.
yeah, he's skiing down a mountain. The bad guys are chasing him. The helicopters are hovering. They're shooting him.
Yeah.
There's bad guys coming out in like Hummers and shooting him. Next thing you hear, dang, da, dang, 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 da, dang, dang, dang. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But that is
Yeah.
that storytelling. You're like, man, we're in. Like he's not sitting there going, okay, so I'm just going to get coffee today and then I'm going to make some phone calls. I'm going to, find the new hot Bond girl, like when I walk around the corner. No, none of that. But I like the fact that he said, cut to the car chase, cut to the
Absolutely.
chase. Yeah.
Absolutely. Go straight into it.
Um, Straight into it. Yeah. I'm not very good at that, which is why I love to watch those storytellings. Um, Marie, meditation motivation with Marie is saying, oh, what an amazing chat. Christy, I've been listening, having dinner. Karen, I love your community space with a little video, and I agree with Christy. If newsletters are too long, I know. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, I know we don't like them, so that's good. Yeah, so, what else do people like about newsletters? I'm really let's get some. What did you mean about you hate the email marketing part of it too? I heard you
I
say
don't,
that before.
when I was doing, there was a course that I purchased, which was actually the best course I purchased, but we had to do create our own sales funnel, which was hell. Especially as someone who's never done a sales funnel, and I'm not talking in Stance or in like System.io. And then we had to do our own marketing campaigns because you want to keep the people like ideally like 2 days later after your first email, and then maybe 4 days later, and then a week later, kind of like that, like at least for a while, right?
Yeah.
That was horrible for me. Although I am a writer, but I'm good writing when it's expressing feelings and expressing thoughts and experiences, but not like when I'm trying to, I don't know, sell you something. Like email marketing, you have to know the right words to say. You have to have the proper subject line, or else people won't even open it. If you don't have a catchy subject line, no one is going to open your email, whether it's in just an
Mm.
email or a newsletter, the same thing. And then you have to make sure that obviously your content, just like a YouTube video, the title has to be catchy, but it cannot be just clickbaity, right? It has to
Mm.
make sense with your title. Like I've seen people say something like weekend, blah, 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 and then you get in the email and it has nothing to do with the subject.
Yeah,
And they're just blabbing, and I'm like, what? Bye. Like I delete it.
I know. Later, you're out.
I don't
You're out. You're
I
gone.
don't, I
You're
don't have
gone.
patience for this. Like, like but it's all about the person reading it. Like, they don't care about us necessarily, but they're going to care about what you're feeding them. How are they benefiting from your newsletter?
Totally.
So
Yep.
it's always good to have, like, if you maybe have a theme, if you do your content around a theme every month, let's say, if you can try to plan it this way. YouTube, how to get, my theme this month is how to get so many views without doing ads or whatever, right? Or without even promoting other platforms. So you want to make your newsletters, which if you're going to make it weekly, it would be once a week, maybe 4 or 5 times in that month. So you want to concentrate with your newsletter on something like that, but offer them a different value in the newsletter. Some people
Mm.
do it to kind of promote their video. They'll actually go and talk about the video of that week or whatever, whether they or a highlight from the week. So it
Yeah,
depends on how you want to break it down. It could be so many different things, but it has to be something that the viewers want to consume one way or another.
definitely. And I think the thing that I'm very conscious of, because like I don't mind, I do subscribe to newsletters that are personality driven, and the person talks about, the week that's been for them. And, I love that. Like if it's that particular person and I've chosen to,
Because you know them
um, I know them. And like, I'll give
for
you
a
an
while.
example,
Yeah.
Marv, Marvarine, she's got a personality driven, and she's always doing super exciting things. And like I'll open up her newsletter and there's a picture of Lewis Hamilton that she's taken, because she's been to an event, you know what I mean? And he's sitting there, and I think this is an event where he's promoting, I think it was an alcohol-free gin or vodka or something like that. You know how all these
Wow.
big stars are all doing their gins and their vodkas and all that stuff I don't know about. Like that's a whole other world. But
Yeah.
Marv she's just living this life, where she's always doing very exciting things and going to Cyprus and going to Ibiza and award events and speaking at events. So she's got a very personality driven one, but I wouldn't subscribe to many
That's
personality
not the
driven
average person,
newsletters.
right?
No, no.
So,
But okay, Peter's gone and said something super, super intriguing in here. I need to
okay.
channel Bond. That's what we need to do. Dang, dang, dang. I do too.
What?
I'm literally, okay. What do they say? Okay, long story short. I heard a phrase
Yeah.
the other day. Long story long. I'm the
Uh,
long story long. I don't know how to do a long story short, so I'm always trying to like think about getting to the chase. But Peter said something about online. What did he say? Online news in our niche. So
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, what do you
Update.
mean? What do you mean by that, Peter? Yeah, he said maybe here we go. Online news related to our niches. What do you mean by online news, Peter?
Probably updates. I see it as updates
Online news updates.
about your
But then
niche.
you know what? Yeah, look, updates could be good. But
Sure,
then
but there's
people are
not
what but
necessarily.
people are watching vidIQ updates, and people are
Yeah.
watching. So
Yeah.
this is the other thing too,
Yeah.
right? You can't just be seduced into I'm watching Think Media and vidIQ and the YouTube creator channels. I mean, you can to a certain extent, but it can't be all you've got, eh?
I
You
want
know
to
what I
tell you
mean? And you
something
need to be
here.
offering something else, not just reiterating something, eh?
I want to add to
Marv's and
something.
Substack.
I subscribe to this channel that I love. Don't ask me what's the name is because I don't know right now. I'm
Yep.
sorry. But I like his content. He's a younger guy, and he's saying you want to be memorable before anything else on YouTube. That's how you create
Yep.
a loyal community, right? Or subscribers who will come back. And he was talking about like how a lot of the gurus tell you to just go out and be yourself on YouTube, and
Yeah.
your people are going to find you. He said he doesn't
Yeah.
believe in that because he said if you do that without a strategy, like a strategy that works, you're getting nowhere. And I find he's right. He taps into the psychology of viewers a lot with his content, and I love that. So he was talking about like how do you be more memorable by whatever topic you're talking about. Let's say YouTube, make money on YouTube without, I don't know, without AdSense example. You want to dig as deep as possible into that topic. Don't just go surface level like most creators
Yeah.
do. When you do your research, see what most creators in that niche are doing, but you want to dig even deeper. And how do you make it even better? That's where you input your story or your experience in it, and you speak through that. And as per him, that's how you get, or at least that's one of the ways that you can get like more memorable and therefore have more loyal community and therefore grow eventually faster. I find that
Yeah.
fascinating. I love the way and I've heard it to a couple of other people as well. Dig as deep as you can in a certain topic, whatever
Yeah.
topic. And this is what I've actually been working on lately with my content, trying to dig deeper than just the surface.
Yeah.
So I
Do you know
mean, I
what?
think, yeah,
Definitely, because there's whatever video idea we can think of, there's like 1,000, you know,
Yeah,
there's so many other videos about it, you know what I mean? And it's like,
absolutely.
if you just do all the light stuff, like, like let's say we watch videos about that topic, and then we just go and like, let's say, okay, here we go. Let's say we download the transcripts, right, in AI to those 5 videos that we like. Then we put that, you know, all of
I
that
don't,
into Chat
yeah,
GPT. Well, this is what people are doing. This is what you can do now,
yeah,
of course.
yeah,
You
I
can
know.
just download the transcripts and you
Yeah.
can ask it to, create a new video for you.
A
And
mishmash of all of these trends.
this is literally what Poppy AI, if anyone
Does,
hasn't
yeah,
heard of Poppy,
yeah,
Poppy.ai,
yes,
this is what
absolutely.
Poppy AI they do, that you can just go, and it's like a big Notion template, and you can literally just put in like 5 different videos. I think media, I don't know, whatever what you want to put in there, and you want to say, I want to make a video in my voice, because you connect it to your channel. It's expensive. It's like $100 a month or something,
It's
and you
exciting.
connect it. Yep. So it reads you, reads your style, it reads your languaging, and you can literally pick 5 big videos of that are really successful videos and say, can you write me a script in my voice that taken from these 5 videos? So that is the level that some creators are working at. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
that's
yes.
a slightly different. That's completely different to, you know, you or me just
We're
watching
not there
five
yet. We're not
videos.
there yet.
Well, the thing is, anyone can be there. You just pay the money and you can do
Yeah.
that. But I
No,
guess
I'm not
all I'm
even
saying.
there mentally, honestly. And I saw multiple videos on Poppy AI, and I was very fascinated with it. But the more I looked into it, yes, the budget. I don't want to pay money on this. Not right now.
No,
Not. I don't think it's smart to pay $100 a month just on that, and you're not making income from YouTube yet. I
no,
think that you want to invest in your business. You try to grow what the money you make. You put it back in your business at least for a while, or at least a part of it,
yeah,
depending on how much you make. That's how you
yeah,
grow. But if you
yeah,
start, because I fell in that trap too last year, right? Or so you
yeah,
start,
yeah,
you want to
yeah,
invest more in yourself and more in your business, but then you're getting too worked up with things, and then you're more under pressure to make money because you want to
yeah.
pay off
That's exactly
your
right.
expenses,
Yeah.
never mind profit. You want to pay off your expenses. So for me, I don't think it's best, especially for beginners. That's why they're in a league of their own. Those bigger creators, they make the money, so they can do that easily without having, because when I started last year and I was paying on all those courses, I was under a lot of, oh, I have to make money now. I have to make money now. So when you're working for that mindset, I think it's the worst, because you
You know
start
what?
hating it too.
It is, because I worked for a real estate agency for a while. I wasn't a real estate agent, but one of the things that they used to talk about is commission breath. And they would talk about, like, if you haven't had any stock to sell, like properties to sell, you know what I mean? You can start coming across a little bit desperate when you're talking to
Yes,
people. So
absolutely.
they used to always talk about, do everything you can. If you're going through a dry patch, do everything you can to not have commission breath. You know what I mean? So exactly what you're saying, if we go and like, hock ourselves into all this kind of like $100 a month or something on lots of subscriptions, and we're desperately trying to, I mean, first of all, we're never going to do that. When you monetize, aren't you getting like $1 a month initially? You know what I mean? And all of that. So
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
not, you're not going to get the $100 coming in to offset all your subscriptions straight away anyway,
Yes, yes, but
you know.
that's why I try. That's why I was talking to you about Beacon's AI, because you want to do things that are going to facilitate your journey, not put extra pressure. Like I know you have a full time job. I have a part time job that I do from home. So, and I already have a lot on my plate time wise. I know they say either invest your time or your money, but you have to find the balance of that at some point. So I don't want to put that pressure on myself anymore of investing, and spending. And then wait a minute, I'm spending so much money and I'm not making anything from this business. And it's only like it keeps sucking you in more, and you
Yeah,
forget it. It messes everything. So that's why with YouTube, I'm not doing this. I came in with a mindset of knowing and understanding and accepting the fact that I won't make money from YouTube anytime soon, and that's okay. But I got to put a cap on what I'm willing to spend as well on YouTube.
that's right.
Or
Yep.
and that's another thing that pushed me to actually take courage and say, whatever, happens. I'm going to start doing my digital products. I'm going to talk about the things that I really love, and I have a background, I have knowledge in it, you know, and where I'm not going to be, because I already have a few favorite creators in that field, so I follow them, and you know, they inspire me. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to break my head with a niche that is not aligning with me anymore.
No.
And
Break
whatever
your head.
happens, happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Totally, totally. Okay, Jennifer is saying, so yeah, we're talking about the video newsletter. So I'm
Okay,
going to try that. I'm going to try like a 1 minute video newsletter. I'll do
why
that. I love
not?
that idea.
Yes.
Jennifer's saying, my channel is a lifestyle channel, not really conducive for selling items, but you never know what the future holds. That's
Yeah.
why I love this community. We can learn so much from each other. Absolutely.
Yes.
Marie
Yes.
was on idea planning. Yeah. And Marie is saying, I know Christy is extremely knowledgeable.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Yep. You're getting a lot of love and appreciation for just your ideas and the things that you're sharing with us. True Nicola. Yeah. Oh, hello, Gina. Gina from Mrs. G from Heartily Happy.
Oh
She is
yes.
saying
Hey,
hello,
Mrs.
hello
G.
to us.
Hey,
Yeah. Well, that's
hey,
right.
hey.
Yeah. But you know what? Okay, here's a thought. Here's a thought, Jennifer. Here is a thought. And Christy, okay, Christy's going to back me up on this. I know she is. In terms of the things that you can sell, doesn't Anna Sabino, doesn't she talk about, or someone talks about, what are the little cheat sheets? What are the little templates that you use for yourself to keep yourself organized? That is something that you can sell, right?
I have to say something on this
Like,
though.
I'm just thinking, when I think about Jennifer, I think methodical, like so methodical. Like, I literally, like, yeah, Jennifer's like buying, like, I don't know, who was that person? Is it Marie Kondo? Like super, organized, like, I don't know, like Jennifer seems like the organized version of the Marie Kondo minimalistic thing or whatever. Like literally, Jennifer, you are just very methodical in all of your things, and I see the way that you make your videos,
Yes.
because that is such a great idea. Because even like a digital product that I'm going to have is how I organize live streams and group live streams, because I've got like a little system, it's mainly in my head, but I do things. I start at one place and I end at a place. So that's the kind of thing that people are saying is of value to other people. What do you
One
use to organize yourself? What do you think, Christy?
one thing I want to add to this, definitely a great idea, but the issue is you want it to be something that your audience that is watching you, or that you want to attract something that it's something that they want. Because a lot of times we might end up creating a digital product of whether it's a checklist or whatever, we think it's good, but it might not necessarily be a problem that the audience has or wants to solve or cares to solve. So we have to keep that in mind. And in Jennifer's case, she would need to try to zoom in more a little bit on some type of a niche, whether it's, I know she's into the ASMR. That would be maybe something she could try to focus on, because when you don't have a niche, you want to go see your most watched videos, and if they have a theme or if they're similar, then that could be an indication of what your audience might want from you, might be interested in. When you don't have a niche, right? It makes it a little
Yeah,
harder.
yeah.
So that could be a start for her. Or like you said, she's very methodical. Like she's talking about her the diet that she follows. Forgive me, I forget names of the author of the book that she has that she keeps talking about. Uh,
It's really tricky name. And I'm amazed the way she goes, blah, 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 blah. She says the person's
you
name
know, she
so
has the book, right?
beautifully.
She's
Yeah.
really
And it's really like a French name or something. And I look at the name and I think, wow, like she just, in Chospe or something like that.
whatever. Like I
Yeah,
said,
someone in
my brain.
Chospe or something. Yeah.
But she talks about it, like you said, in a very methodical way,
In
and she's really
Chospe.
good in explaining 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a strength she has. Now she has to see how it convert, if she's interested. I know she had told me that she's not there with her brain yet. She's not there with her mind yet. She doesn't want, she's not. Her point is not to monetize her channel. Maybe one day. But if she's ever interested in that, she could zoom in on that. But like, she has to also see what her audience wants from her at some point, unless she niches
Definitely,
down.
but yeah, but I guess the interesting thing is I think like because like her diet that she follows,
Yeah,
like you do, like whatever system, like because that seems to be one of her topics. It
yeah,
is one of her topics that she's talking
right,
about at the moment.
right.
She could always say, I realize that I have got a I this is how I organize myself because Jennifer is absolutely organized. So
Yes, yes,
it doesn't have to be anything big and heavy. All she can say is, if you're interested in how I organize myself and go about my very busy life and pre-plan out my meals, this is the way I do it. And she might even say, using Jesse's book and using this, like it doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking. It just needs to
no.
be here's the 10 things that I do. Like on the weekend, I will just spend half an hour looking through. I will make the shopping list. Or she can say, I have the same breakfasts every day. You know how there's all this talk about try and limit all the new decisions that you've got to make all the time so you can free up your mind to be creative and come up
Yeah,
with all the higher quality
yeah,
things that you want to think about rather than the mundane. So she might go, I have the same breakfast every day, so in the weekend, like she'll go, this is my shopping list, these are my breakfasts, and these are my dinners, and lunch I'll have to be flexible on, and this is what I do and this is the shopping list. People have got
definitely.
shopping lists. People are selling shopping lists. People are
Yeah.
selling really
She
basic
has nothing to
stuff.
lose. She has
No,
nothing
they're
to lose.
selling it or giving it away for free. But if you, that's a helpful thing. If you are following, Jesse's plan, I've got like a little checklist. It's just downloadable. You know what I mean? Like you can
She
just
could,
float around and try some stuff.
she could incorporate affiliate marketing as well, like things that she's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
using for the
But
book.
literally that's like you don't have to sell it. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to like you will collect emails because I don't
Yeah.
know, but you can just have if this will help you and just try stuff out, Jennifer. And
Yes.
she's saying she wouldn't have thought of that. But literally, Jennifer, you are organized and that is like part of your brand. You know what I mean? Like you're very neat and tidy and organized, and that just comes through on everything that you do. So if you ever wanted to do something like that, try it out. You've got nothing to lose
I
because
do
people engage
understand
with
though,
her about that stuff.
when someone has never been in the digital product industry, if you want, it could feel like it's a very overwhelming thing to
Yeah.
even create, especially if she doesn't know how to use Canva or stuff. So I could feel for that, but it's not that hard. It's the hardest part is to have the clarity on what you want to do. What do you want to create? How do you
Yeah.
want to, which problem you want to solve? After that, the actual creation part, you can easily learn. But I know that it's overwhelming. I mean, I took so many courses about that and I was still scared and overwhelmed to create.
Yeah,
So
but you know what? At its most basic level, like we don't even need to decide to go and make digital products. Do you know what I mean? You can literally just go, oh, I'm just going to, like at its most basic level, it's a Google Doc, right?
yeah,
At its most
sure,
basic. You
sure.
literally, you just do a Google Doc or on Canva. Jennifer is tech savvy. She's using all the stuff and, she's in Canva or whatever her design thing is. You can literally just, and Canva's nice and it's pretty and you can make it pretty, but you can do a Google Doc. She can just go, hey, look, I've got like a little downloadable list here that can help you get organized in the weekend. There's a little shopping list there. These are the breakfasts that I have every day, and these are the dinners. This is the little shopping list, and I've got 5 tips about how to stay on track. And then she could have another one. What do I do when I know I'm going out to dinner or something like that? Like you can just try something. It'll literally take her. She could spend an hour. Like I want to say 5 minutes, but let's be real.
No.
It could take an hour. Well, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be a big plan that you make in your head. She can literally just have fun with it. Over a week, she can just keep on adding to it and go, this can be a little piece of value I can give to my audience and just say to people, if you're wondering how I do it, I like to keep the same breakfast because I don't know about you, I'm really, really busy. And here's a little shopping list from Jessie's book, just if you're following her book too. I guarantee she'll have people downloading that. You know what
I
I mean?
hope we're not putting too much The
Good.
highlight. I hope we're not making you feel uncomfortable, Jennifer. We're not picking on you. We love you
No,
so.
oh, sorry. She's actually saying she's actually saying she loves these ideas and she'd never thought of that. So it's
Awesome.
just,
Yeah, these are some
yeah, we're just, yeah, and she's saying thank you so much. So we're just floating ideas around. No one has to do anything, but it's
yeah,
more just, I
brainstorm.
guess, when you take it down to the basic level, anyone at any point could just say, this is how I did something. You can download it if you want. If no one downloads it, no one cares.
That's
That's
okay.
fine.
It's
And
no
guess
big
what? You don't even have to be embarrassed because nobody knows that no one's downloaded it. You know what I mean? You're just
deal.
putting something out there. I'm just saying, you never know what's going to take. And if you're sitting around, you can do it while you're watching TV. You can just add to your little Google Doc during the week, and it can be so simple. It could just literally be, here's 5 tips how I stay on track when I'm eating out, because Jennifer, she's out and about, she travels around, she's
Yeah,
having meals with families and
yeah.
doing all these lovely things.
And you know,
Yeah,
Google Doc, it goes even faster because you don't have to worry about like the alignment of things or the design.
definitely, definitely,
Just straight text.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. No, she's into it. She's just soaking it in. Like, truly, truly, you've got the big. I'm making a big decision to do some digital products, but then you can just have a downloadable little helpful thing. Really, that's at its most basic level. And guess what? That's a digital product that you've got. And if no one downloads it, oh well, try another thing. Try another
That's
thing.
okay.
Or
Yes.
say,
Yeah.
or say to people, I've been thinking about, what tips that you might like, because I've been doing this for a little while now. And if you're new to this, what sort of thing would be helpful for you? And ask people. But then people get overwhelmed by, then they've got to actually use their brain power to come up with something. That's always asking a lot. But just make something, chuck it out there, I say.
I mean, it depends on
Good
whether
night,
she gets.
Marie.
Good night, Marie. It depends on whether she gets comments with questions as well. That could be helpful if she has questions about certain things. That could be like an indication of a problem that she could solve or an answer to a question that people have.
Definitely. And look, the same too. Like Nicola, we're getting some really, really nice, lovely comments coming through.
Too
Nicola is
bad I
saying
can't see
like,
them.
I know. I think you will be able to see them. They should still be coming up. They're so good. Nicola's just saying this was an amazing live. Marie said I did a newsletter in Canva in OneDrive. It's easy to link.
In Canva?
Yeah, Jennifer's really enjoying it. Yeah, in Canva. Yep. Because I guess in Canva, if you make the newsletter, you download it, and then you can just add it as a link. Because you've added a downloadable as a link, haven't you? Or is that
Yeah,
to
of
your
course.
stand
PDF.
store?
PDF, absolutely.
PDF. Yeah. So I've seen people just literally do it on their Google Doc and
Yeah,
just
because
like add
with
it.
Canva, I mean, newsletters are generally, Canva is more for like design and layouts and stuff, right?
It is, yeah. But I guess the essence of what I'm trying to say is that we don't even have to do anything on Canva. We
No,
can literally just do a Google Doc and we can share the link and then we can stick that. You know
absolutely.
what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
real
And
basic
Jennifer,
stuff.
Jennifer, if you decide to go for any of that, like feel free to reach out. I have my email listed on my YouTube channel now, so you can email me if you have any questions. If you need help, it'll be my pleasure. So if if you want to venture into that, feel
Yeah,
free.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and that's the thing. Even Nicola can do that. Like I'm
And
actually Nicola.
essentially,
Nic-
anyone can do that, especially if they're a little niche down or there's something repetitive in their content.
yeah,
You just have to think a little bit outside the box sometimes.
yeah. But one of the most valuable things I heard about digital products, because it can just seem like this big ethereal thing out there. Like I've literally spent the last month looking up what's a digital product, what are some ideas for digital product, which is why I'm trying to get your digital product as well, because you know a lot about it and you've
I'll
done
send it to you,
courses
Karen.
on
It's
it
no
as
big
well.
deal.
Yeah, well, I'm still, do you know what? I'm actually quite keen to make it happen. Because it bothers me because I can't live stream from my computer at the moment, which is why I'm using the phone. But anyway, it bothers me. I don't know why I can't, because anyway, I'm going to keep on trying and then you can send it to me if I can't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, people can just start with something like, what is what is a system? What is a little cheat sheet that you use for yourself? It might be in your head, it might be on paper. What is a little system that takes you from the start to the end of just something that is helpful to you in your life? And then if you think about, so then I thought, oh, what about live streaming? What about this? What about that? But then people following diets, doing things like that, these are perfect examples. Nicola, do you have any shareable downloads that you share in your video descriptions? I think she does actually. I think she's got recipes. I think she puts her recipes in there.
There you go. That's a digital product.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. But just all of that, like, honestly, people have got, here's my shopping list. Here's my shopping list for my 3 meals I do for my family. People are selling that stuff. Like,
There's also, depending on what kind of cooking they do. For example, my daughter has tons of allergies. So my
oh,
mom,
yeah,
not me, but my mom had to figure out a way how to make a chocolate, I'm sorry, a cake for her without eggs, because eggs is one of her my daughter's allergies. So she now uses vinegar to replace eggs in a cake.
yeah,
Does it come 100%, come out 100% like a real cake with eggs? No, but it's still super good and the texture is good. So if someone, I don't know, just an idea, because the more specific sometimes the better, right? So if someone is
yeah.
into that, who cooks certain things for gluten, because I know Jennifer is following a gluten-free as well. She could give maybe recipe, gluten-free recipes highlighted as gluten-free. Or if someone has a certain condition that they cannot eat everything, dairy or whatever. So sometimes the more specific it is, the better it is in a sense, because it's actually solving a problem that you can't find it everywhere in a sense. So when it's like it's more
Definitely.
targeted, that's
Definitely.
another.
People, yeah, people want things that save them time, money,
Yes,
energy,
yes,
right?
of course,
And if someone
exactly.
can just say, yeah, like if someone can just say, here's my same thing that I eat every day and the blah blah, someone's like, oh great, I'm following Jesse's thing and I want to do that and I just want to have an easy week to take that burden off my mind, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, anyone can just sort of do it without having anything external. So yeah, yeah.
What does that? What do you mean without having anything external?
Oh, just like a store, like a, like a
Oh, yes, just
digital
with a link.
shop
Yes, yes.
front. Yeah, just with the link. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they can even use
Or even
Linktree.
making a big decision, to like, make digital products. Do you know what I mean? Just make one. Make one.
Just a list.
Just a list. Yeah.
Very simple. Yeah, a list,
Yeah. Yeah.
recipes, these are very easy thing to create, especially in Google Docs.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to, there's even Linktree that's also free, and it's just to put your link
That's
in there
it.
and you can customize it a little bit. So there are
Yeah.
options that are
There are
very
options.
easy as
Yeah.
well.
I thought your checklist was very beautiful and very clean and very, was it 10?
Good. 10.
Was it 10? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
10. I loved it. Yeah, it just went boom. I just hit download, boom, up it came. Lovely. Oh, Nicola's saying I'm working on a blog, Karen, next month, and I'll release and have plans to drive blog traffic to the blog, similar to how I grew the fitness biz. Yeah, incredible, incredible.
Does she ever, Nicola, does she ever do recipes on, because I'm not familiar with her channel at all. Does she do recipes, natural things rather than like, the average thing? Let's say you have a condition, or let's say you just want to eat natural,
Yeah, she
basic,
does. Yeah, she
organic.
does.
Does she?
Yep.
Because that would be good too. That would be more attractive than just the general recipes.
Oh, do you mean does she do like
Kind of like
does she do? Yeah,
holistics
Nicola,
or.
Nicola, yeah, yeah, Nicola. What do you do your recipes on? We can ask Nicola. So yeah, her channel is at Nicola Recipes.
Check it out. 'Cause
Yeah, I've seen um all kinds of food on there, nothing like specifically,
oh,
but I'm sure she's got a bit of everything for people with special diets.
yeah, so in that case, you can see if any specific video stood out more, got more views, it means people are interested in
Ah,
those
yeah,
type of
yeah.
recipes.
And she's saying that she's working on culture based at the moment. You mean
Culture
Italian food? Yeah, culture based. I think she means Italian food. Do you mean Italian food,
could be.
Nicola? Yeah. she's got this amazing house with a view and a deck and just it's all good.
Where does she live?
It's fun. Italy.
She's in Italy. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the channel again? I'm just looking it up.
Yep. At Nicola Recipes. At Nicola Recipes.
Okay.
You see, because I'm Asian and in Europe, so Asian and Mediterranean and focusing more on that. Yeah, so she's Asian in Europe, and so she's doing Asian and Mediterranean. That's right.
Okay. Does she put sushi recipes?
You do sushi, Nicola? I'm sure she does everything. You know, like one of the ones I think your egg foo was it egg foo young was really popular one, wasn't it, Nicola? Like everyone really loved that because she just sort of brought it down to say this is how, like the regular cook can make it without making it like 15 ingredients or something. Like she had like a really sane amount of ingredients and it was easy. It looked easy to cook and very doable. She does very doable things. My
It's good to
plan is
simplify.
soon. Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what we need. Yeah. My plan is soon going on food adventures in Italy when I'm back to Malaysia too. Wow. But my part, I'm just 2 months in. Yeah, more to
Like
go.
as in food
I know.
tasting or food like reviews.
Food adventures. She's going on food adventures in Italy.
Wow.
What does food adventures? What does that
I guess
mean?
it's probably food reviews. She's trying new food and like
Yeah, I'd
reviewing.
say so. Yeah, yeah,
These
yeah.
these channels are pretty popular.
They are. They are.
People love
We get
that.
to live. We get to live vicariously through each other. Like
Yes,
when Jennifer's
yes,
taking us around, yeah, Jennifer's taking us around Anchorage and just
yes.
going out and about and with the
It's
fam.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I was telling her at some point that it's so peaceful. She took a trip somewhere, again, I forgot where, like maybe a month ago with her daughter, and the
yeah,
scenery, and even when she was at her destination, it was so beautiful and like peaceful and nice. I said, this is amazing for introverts.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my lovely. I've got a just over broke, my job to go
Yes. Have
to.
fun. Hope it's not
Yes.
stinky today.
Oh my gosh, I hope not too, because you know what? I'm wearing this gorgeous Radical Rose perfume that I bought in New York, and I started wearing it hard out while I was there just to really lock in that beautiful, exciting time that I had there. And so I did think to myself when I was putting it on, I hope I don't have it's not a smelly day at work today, because I just don't want these two things to collide and then the bad vibe to stick on
Yeah.
my good vibe. So I'm making the conscious decision. It's kind of like when they say going to a funeral, like a lot of fume heads. That's what we call perfume heads, fume heads. They will not wear any perfume to funerals because, you've then got that memory stuck on that perfume, right? That very sad memory and
Oh,
experience. And
wow.
then
Okay.
so
Interesting.
that's it. This is the deep stuff that perfume heads think about.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about all over Instagram and everything and our YouTube channel. So I'm really hoping that today I don't have a stinky day. But if I do, I'm just going to make that decision that no, I'm choosing not to associate this. And so I'm just going to be able to, but I've got this gorgeous, gorgeous, it's very dirty sort of rose perfume, but it's really great. Oh,
Concentrate on the
thank
nice
you,
smell.
Nicola. Yeah, Nicola. Right. Final things. She's appreciated the live a lot. That's so nice, Nicola. You are so generous to people. And Jennifer, you are too, like really supporting everyone and
Yes.
supporting our
Yeah.
channels and popping in our lives when you can. So good. A perfume stylist. Yeah, I know. Catch the rerun. Dora, I know, girl. All right. I'll see you on a live today, I'm sure, Dora. I'll look out for you. And hopefully I'll see you this weekend, Dora, on a live. I must smell. Do you know what? This Radical Rose perfume by Matière Première is super, super delicious. They're a stunning house. Anyway,
Sweet.
I I am smelling good today. I'm smelling nothing personal that I've done to bring this about, but I have put on the nice smelly water today. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
See
Thank
you
you, Christy.
later.
We'll see you on all the other stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, girl, you go and have some food now. All right.
Yes.
That
Bye. Bye,
smoothie must have
everyone.
worked
Thank you.
its way through. Bye. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.